Welcome back, everyone. President Obama has decided not to release hundreds of pictures potentially showing prisoners in Iraq and Afghanistan going under enhanced interrogation. So what may have led to the change of heart? I'm joined right now by Brigadier General Anthony Tata, co-author of Sudden Threat, a great book, still obtainable. Go out and get it. General, first off, the picture's not coming forward. Does that help the men and women fighting?
Yeah, I think this is your chain of command in action, Brian. What you've got is commanders in the field concerned about their troops, Secretary of Defense concerned about their troops, Commander-in-Chief concerned about troops. Good decision not to release the photos. It's a war of ideas and information as much as it's a war of beans and bullets. And so these photos are if they're released, be like giving the enemy some ammunition and say, have at it.
So the cleansing aspect that some have talked about and called for, you say does not outweigh the potential damage.
Now let's take care of our troops on the ground.
All right, let's talk about what's happening with the Afghanistan-Pakistan policy. Democrats speaking out today saying, I have to see a plan from the Obama administration. And in fact, one Senator Obi says, I'm going to give him a year to get something going before we really start clamping down. What is the strategy? What do you know?
I think you're seeing the formulation of a very good plan. It's been under-resourced since the very beginning, and so we're getting significant resources in the way troops and more aviation assets on the ground in there. You're getting General McChrystal, the preeminent warfighter in our active duty Army today, and those two combined really make for a good solution in Afghanistan. And when you think about Afghanistan versus Iraq, Afghanistan's 1/3 larger, has 5 to 8 million more people than Iraq, infinitely worse terrain and far less infrastructure. We've had 3 brigade combat teams in Afghanistan versus 20 in Iraq, and so this fight has been under-resourced, right. And so now we're resourcing.
But you know, you school me and tell me you don't want a big footprint in Afghanistan. Alexander the Great couldn't do it. The Brits couldn't do it. I mean, history tells us.
But Brian, it's a counterinsurgency, and so you got to secure the people in a counterinsurgency. For example, in the poppy-grown regions in Helmand Province, we will now have enough troops to go in there and secure those areas so that the farmer doesn't have a gun to his head to grow poppy, and we can do alternative crops on the ground.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, letting the Pakistanis see some of the drone surveillance footage before we send out the Hellfire missiles?
Well, I think that we need to have the Pakistanis understand what threat is in their northwest frontier province, and so that they understand why we are looking at that area so hard. Let's not forget that Al-Qaeda is in that area. That's our strategic threat to our nation. It's a vital interest that we destroy Al-Qaeda, which is what this is all about to begin with.
It's always great talking to you, General, and it's great to see you in person. Congratulations on the book, Sudden Threat. Meanwhile, moving straight ahead.